Cleveland, Ohio, a city known for its resilience, is grappling with a shocking act of violence. Winnie Dortch, a beloved local news reporter, is fighting for her life. She was shot multiple times on Monday. The suspect is deceased. The community is left reeling. Dortch, a familiar face on WOIO Channel 19, was found wounded outside her home. Authorities quickly identified the suspect as Bryant Carter. He was later found dead in a suspected suicide. The incident has left many questioning how such a tragedy could occur. Dortch is known for her dedication to journalism and her commitment to the city. Her colleagues are devastated. Viewers are heartbroken. This act of violence has shaken the community to its core. As investigators piece together the events, one thing is clear. Cleveland is united in support of Winnie Dortch. The city prays for her recovery. They demand justice. The peace of a quiet Monday afternoon was shattered by the sound of gunshots. It was 3:15 p.m. when the first 911 call pierced the silence. A woman's desperate pleas for help echoed through the emergency line. Police rushed to the scene at the 3400 block of West 169th Street in Cleveland. There they found Winnie Dortch, critically injured from multiple gunshot wounds. She was immediately transported to MetroHealth Medical Center. The gravity of the situation was undeniable. Authorities identified Bryant Carter, 35, as the primary suspect. He was an ex-boyfriend of Dortch, and a volatile history between the two was quickly revealed. A search for Carter ensued, casting a shadow of fear over the city. Hours later, the search ended tragically. Carter was found dead in a car on Cleveland's east side. A self-inflicted gunshot wound pointed to a grim end. The relationship between Winnie Dortch and Bryant Carter was troubled. Sources close to Dortch revealed a history of domestic violence. They spoke of Carter's controlling behavior. They shared their concerns for Dortch's safety. Friends noticed a change in Dortch. She became withdrawn, her usual vibrant personality dimmed. It was clear that something was wrong. Dortch confided in some colleagues about the abuse. She had attempted to break free from Carter's grasp multiple times, but he always seemed to pull her back in. The cycle of violence continued. Friends and family urged Dortch to seek help. They feared for her life. Their fears, tragically, became a reality that fateful Monday. The news of Winnie Dortch's shooting sent shockwaves through Cleveland. Colleagues, friends, and community members struggled to comprehend the tragedy. "Winnie is a fighter," said WOIO News Director Brian Sinclair, his voice thick with emotion. "She's strong and determined. We are all praying for her full recovery." Father Kevin Elbert, pastor of Dortch's church, echoed the sentiment. "This senseless act of violence has no place in our community," he said. "We must come together to support Winnie and her family during this difficult time." Cleveland Police Chief William Williams expressed outrage at the violence. "Domestic violence is a scourge on our society," he stated. "We must do more to protect victims and hold abusers accountable." Section 5, Road to Recovery, Winnie's Strength and Future Aspirations. As Winnie Dortch fights for her life, her strength and resilience shine through. She underwent emergency surgery upon arriving at the hospital. Doctors remain cautiously optimistic about her recovery. Dortch's family has been a constant presence at her bedside. They draw strength from her fighting spirit. They are grateful for the outpouring of love and support from the community. Despite the tragedy, Dortch's passion for journalism remains undimmed. She was scheduled to start a new chapter in her career. She was set to join WGN-TV in Chicago. Her colleagues at WOIO are inspired by her determination. They are committed to honoring her legacy. They will continue to shine a light on the issue of domestic violence. Section 6, Heart of the City. The incident's impact on Cleveland. The shooting of Winnie Dortch has struck at the heart of Cleveland. It has exposed the dark reality of domestic violence that often lurks beneath the surface. The incident occurred in a quiet residential neighborhood. It is a stark reminder that violence can erupt anywhere, at any time. It has left residents feeling vulnerable and shaken. Community leaders are calling for action. They are urging for increased resources for domestic violence prevention programs. They stress the importance of early intervention and support for victims. The city of Cleveland is united in its grief. It is also united in its resolve to combat domestic violence. Winnie Dortch's story has become a catalyst for change. Section 7. Seeking Justice, the investigation and call for change. The investigation into the shooting of Winnie Dortch is ongoing. Police are piecing together the events leading up to the tragedy. They are interviewing witnesses and gathering evidence. The Cleveland Police Department is committed to seeking justice for Dortch. They are working tirelessly to ensure that Bryant Carter's actions do not go unpunished. This incident has sparked a public outcry against domestic violence. Advocacy groups are demanding stricter laws and harsher penalties for abusers. They are urging for greater support for victims. The community is demanding accountability. They are asking, how many more lives must be lost before real change happens? The tragic shooting of Winnie Dortch is a stark reminder of the pervasive issue of domestic violence. It affects individuals across all ages, races, and socioeconomic backgrounds. It is a shadow that hangs over our communities. Domestic violence is not just physical abuse. It can take many forms, including emotional abuse, verbal abuse, financial abuse, and psychological abuse. It thrives on power and control, leaving victims feeling trapped and isolated. The cycle of violence can be difficult to break. Victims often blame themselves, leading to feelings of shame and worthlessness. This can prevent them from seeking help or leaving the abusive relationship. It is imperative to recognize the warning signs of domestic violence. These can include controlling behavior, isolation from friends and family, unexplained injuries, and low self-esteem. In the wake of this tragedy, it is crucial to highlight the resources available to victims of domestic violence. No one should suffer in silence. There is help and there is hope. The National Domestic Violence Hotline provides confidential support 24/7. Trained advocates offer crisis intervention, safety planning, and referrals to local resources. The hotline number is 1-800-799-SAFE 7233. Local organizations such as the Domestic Violence and Child Advocacy Center also provide vital services. They offer counseling, legal advocacy, emergency shelter, and support groups for survivors. It is important to remember that leaving an abusive relationship can be dangerous. Victims should develop a safety plan with the help of a trusted advocate or organization. Winnie Dortch's story is one of strength, resilience, and unwavering spirit. Even amidst tragedy, her commitment to her profession and her community shines through. She serves as an inspiration to aspiring journalists, demonstrating the power of truth and the importance of giving a voice to the voiceless. Her dedication to her craft is a testament to her character. Dortch's story also serves as a call to action. It compels us to confront the issue of domestic violence head-on, to break the silence, and to create a society where every individual feels safe and valued. As we rally around Winnie Dortch and her family, let us also remember the countless other victims and survivors of domestic violence. Their stories deserve to be heard, and their lives deserve to be protected. The shooting of Winnie Dortch has left an indelible mark on the city of Cleveland, but it has also ignited a collective determination to combat domestic violence and create a safer community for all. From candlelight vigils to community forums, residents are coming together to support victims, raise awareness, and demand change. The outpouring of love and support for Dortch and her family is a testament to the city's compassionate spirit. This tragedy serves as a powerful reminder that domestic violence affects everyone. It is a community issue that demands a community response. It is time to break the cycle of violence and create a culture of respect and equality. Together, we can make a difference. By speaking out against domestic violence, supporting victims, and holding abusers accountable, we can create a future where tragedies like this are no longer tolerated. Let us honor Winnie Dortch's strength and resilience by working together to build a safer and more just society for all.